I like that. Ooh, I like that.
Hello, hello. We are still dancing. And we are dancing into 2026 because we are ending 2025, Brittany.
It's so over, please.
Good, bad things, a lot just happened this year. Would you agree?
I think it has been a full year, and I believe that it's really come full circle, which is amazing.
So we're here to talk about the good things and the accomplishments around Keystone Network. And we're doing this in our Unleashed format, right? And so what is our biggest success with the Keystone Network, Brittany?
The skyscraper, the expo, and the holiday party. I think that our biggest success is that we have successfully highlighted and shown our community where they can be. And several of the videos hint to this, but where they can just be people who are business owners and work together and also feel seen. I cannot believe how many times I've heard I feel seen this week.
I love that. I love that. And yes, all of those things are great with the people that we're highlighting, the skyscraper that we're building. I get it. Everyone else is great. But I'm going to talk about us being great for a second. Okay? Because we came up with this idea a hot minute ago. And we had to put it up on a shelf, right? And when we brought it back out, we were not entirely sure how this was going to go.
No.
And I think, pat on the back. And you do the same, right? I think we did amazing. Is that it? Pat on the back?
That's me patting you on your back.
I think that we pulled off something pretty amazing. Now, we couldn't have done it with all of the people, without all of the people supporting, without all of the people in our network, within the Keystone Network, within the skyscraper. But what are your thoughts on that? Because I think we did amazing.
I think we did amazing. We honed in on what Unleashed is. We were able to hone in on how we want to do our lives. And here's the thing, guys. You start something and it looks one way and then it finishes out a different way. And that's amazing, right? We rebranded the skyscraper and then added another 20-some rooms to it within... I want to be generous and say it was like 3 days, but I feel like I did it in 48 hours.
The majority of it was very, very, very quick. And then I think it took 3 days to tweak it all.
Yeah. But really the accomplishment, we brought the website back up. We've got, we haven't done the YouTube yet. We're working on that. But really honing in on what is the Keystone Network, and really creating that foundation. And when you work with somebody else, that's a huge thing. And so you and I have worked together side by side for 3 years.
Yes.
And we problem solve and we brain solve, but we've always done it with our separate individual spaces. And now we're like, okay, let's do one thing together.
Yes.
Which, granted, I do everything with you, but this is a little bit different.
But I also I want to stress, like you said, we're the YouTube channel isn't ready. The irony of where we've come to from that, this whole Keystone Network was going to simply be a YouTube channel in and of itself. Yeah. And it became what it is. So my first lesson of 2025 is don't think you have to stay stagnant, because that's a decision you made a year plus ago, right? Let it grow with you. What would be your one lesson of 2025 before we round this out?
Around the Keystone Network, my one lesson of 2025 around what I've learned with the Keystone Network is that it is true. If you build it, they will come.
There you go. And we are at a 5-minute mark, and Gosh darn it. I said I would be under 4. Maybe I'll cut out some stuff. We'll see. But it was lovely working with everyone. Watch the videos. We have so many people that are in our circle that are having videos after this. This should be a 30 to 45 minute video of lots of people who have supported us throughout this whole year. So, Brittany, you want to close this out? What are your final thoughts?
Just support each other, guys. Find your community, build your community. And if you haven't found one, we're right here. And also multiple communities is always welcome. So come join us and invite us to your community.
Hey, Forrest Huguenin here, Intentional Money Solutions. I was asked by Brittany and Sarah to say what actually went well for me in 2025. And there's a couple of things that I want to focus in on. Number one, I made more progress with getting people into challenges this year than ever before. I actually got to work with some great people. They had great experiences, and they relayed their satisfaction back to me in the form of incredible testimonials. Secondly, I met Brittany and Sarah and plugged into their skyscraper, BizStorming. It really opened me up to some incredible people who have helped me to expand my business. So knowing them, associating with them, has expanded my horizons about what's possible, how to move, what things I should reconsider and do better in 2026. Another great thing is I've gotten a jump start on actually laying some foundational stuff for my group course, my group program, I should say, for 2026. So usually I'm trying to figure that out at the beginning of 2026, but I got a head start on that this year. So all in all, this has been a very productive year. I'm proud of what I did, and I'm looking forward to doing even bigger, better things in 2026. I'll see you guys around, and I'll see you at the top.
Great way to end the year is talking about the accomplishments that we have made this year. So I encourage you also to do the same. For me, for one of the first things that I did at the beginning of the year was to end certain business and personal relationships that were not needed anymore and were not serving my highest good. Nurturing relationships that I already have that empower me and also my soul family. And then later in the year, I redesigned and I also reconcepted what it was that I offer the world. And I redid my whole website, and I took some things out, put some things in, and clarified some other things. Really great. Then I also recommitted to my physical strength and also detoxifying my clothing. So then, after all of these things, is getting down to the core of what my strongest gifts are to the world. And so that is what I'm focusing on now, and this is what I'm focusing on going into 2026. Hope you have a most amazing new year, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Take care. Great way to end the year is talking about the accomplishments that we have made this year. So I encourage you also to do the same. For me, for one of the first things that I did at the beginning of the year was to end certain business and personal relationships that were not needed anymore and were not serving my highest good. Nurturing relationships that I already have that empower me and also my soul family. And then later in the year, I redesigned and I also reconcepted what it was that I offer the world. And I redid my whole website, and I took some things out, put some things in, and clarified some other things. Really great. Then I also recommitted to my physical strength and also detoxifying my clothing. So then, after all of these things, is getting down to the core of what my strongest gifts are to the world. And so that is what I'm focusing on now, and this is what I'm focusing on going into 2026. Hope you have a most amazing new year, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Take care.
Hi, everybody. My name is Brittany Jones, and I am from BizStorming. I'm sorry about my back window. I can't do a whole lot about it. Perfect timing in the morning for some great sunshine in the house. We are supposed to be here to talk about the just the amazing achievements from this year. And when it comes to BizStorming and when it comes to my personal, I think that I've had all of the achievements that I could have ever wanted, right? In January, I took a complete leap and I moved to a different state, all by myself. And personally, that was huge. But it allowed me to be able to find my feet. So I got to find my feet, and the contract that I had taken when I got here flipped upside down on its head, and I worked through that and I powered through that. And then halfway through the year, I had to walk away from that contract. So being able to understand and acknowledge the changes that was happening and to be able to walk away from a client was huge. But it was an in-person accountability, which I hadn't done before. It was in-person, business coaching and really hands-on and helping somebody really put together those systems that I build. And it was amazing to be able to do that. And then when I walked away from that project because it was as complete as it was going to get, I got to really focus and hone in on my business and get the online space growing. So being able to find my brand again, being able to step back into who I am for myself and for other people. Those are my accomplishments this year. And I'm super excited to start in 2026 between all the work that Sarah and I are doing with the TKN network and a few other projects that we have bubbling around. I'm super excited to watch to watch our Luma calendar grow because of all the events that we have. Being able to offer free services and paid services to people is something that's really near and dear to my heart because of the fact that business owners are in different places and they need different structures, different forms of help. And also they have different ways, different abilities on what they can pay for and what they can't. So being able to offer a wide variety to everybody has been an amazing structural. We've done it from the beginning, but now it's structurally sound. We have subscriptions. We have things that can elevate on a lower cost, as well as our one-to-ones, which are still very reasonably priced. So I'm excited. I'm excited for 2026. I've spent the last 6 months building and putting together, and I'm excited to see what it all comes to. Thank you guys so much for being a part of our community. Have a great day.
Stretched me in ways I didn't expect, and I am so grateful it did. This year, I made a conscious decision to step outside of my comfort zone, not just in business, but how I showed up, who I connected with, and where I placed myself. I attended outside networking events. I said yes to rooms I would have once talked myself out of. I didn't just grow my circle, I expanded my confidence. Through those experiences, I met incredible people, but real relationships, I built them and found community in places I never anticipated. One of the highlights was connected with my Go Brunch community, a space that reminded me that collaboration still matters and that growth doesn't have to be isolated. Encouraged by my new networking family through the Keystone Network, I took a bold step. I started my own community for network marketers, one rooted in integrity, support, and real conversations about growth. That decision marked a shift from participant to builder, from consumer to leader. Professionally, my company grew. I surpassed my total travel bookings from last year, and I didn't do it by chance. What's even more exciting, you guys, is I already have bookings on the books for 2026 that are projected to surpass what I've earned in all of 2025. That tells me one thing, that the foundation is working. 2025 seemed to have been about expansion. But 2026, I truly believe in my heart of hearts, is about momentum, refinement, and scaling. I'm walking into the new year grounded, encouraged, and clear about what's possible. And I am so freaking excited for what's ahead.
As you can see from my background, I'm Dominic from Northside Hawk, but I'm not here to talk about anything other than Brittany and Sarah, or Sarah and Brittany. I'm not going to put them in any sort of order because it might show some favoritism. But in regard to the Keystone Network, I must say it has been one of the highlights of the year, meeting these two people, as on top of all the other people that I have come in contact with it. I could easily sit here and write a script using ChatGPT or anything else, but I think I'm just going to leave the video as is. It's not going to be edited, but the main fact is the Keystone Network and the skyscraper is a really great way to meet people. And from my point of view, it has also become a great therapeutic exercise where I can get on there and speak to a number of people, and not leaving out people like Forrest, Ollie, Terri Hill, and some of the others that I've met. But the two main protagonists in this discussion and story are Brittany and Sarah, and they've been an absolute gem to meet. So that's the video that I'm putting together, and I must say it has been a great effort. Been a great time meeting these two, and I'll say thank you for that.
Hello, my name is Sarah, and you probably already know that, but we are here to talk about accomplishments and successes of 2025, and mine are all listed around me. So first and foremost are my coloring books, which all 5 of them went live this year, and I was super excited, and they were so fun to create, and I loved it. And then within Off the Beaten Path Consulting, I created the strategy table, which I hope I'm pointing to the right spot, but you get the point. It is a wonderful way to bridge that gap between doing it yourself and having a little help along the way to build those strategies you need for your business. So I was really excited to launch that. And then I have this little person over here, right, studying. And I'm super excited that I actually wrapped up all my coursework for my doctorate, and I have officially started my dissertation process. So with all of that, a lot of things have happened this year. Those are just the business related things. So a lot of things have happened personally, professionally, and just life in general. I had a few interesting things happen, a few ups, a few downs, a few health things that happened that are working themselves out. But it's all good. And I see 2026 as a amazing opportunity to continue to grow some of these things. And I know that I'm supposed to limit this to my business because we already did the Keystone, but I think the Keystone Network is one of those also those successes that I need to touch base on because it was something really great that Brittany and I were able to re-up, right? Something that we had created a while ago, and we were able to rebrand it a little bit and bring it into today for what it needed to be for the skyscraper. And I think that was an amazing accomplishment. And simply all of the people that have been in my circle this year, thank you so much for your support. And I look forward to 2026.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank Brittany Jones and Sarah Davis for creating a community and bringing business people together in a meaningful way and a fun way. And they've provided this platform for us to be able to share our achievements for 2025. I'm Kristine Best. I'm a wellness strategist. And I've worked very hard this year in 2025. And I've set a very, very good base to launch a number of concepts in 2026. I'd love to tell you about them. I've created a newsletter to Wellness and Beyond, which focuses mainly on workplace wellness. I have over 700 subscribers, and I have only just released the 4th issue. My podcast has grown. I've interviewed some pretty amazing people, and now I have people coming to me wanting to be on my podcast, and that is a great feeling. It gives me a sense of satisfaction and achievement. And bigger still, my book. I've been working on it for a few months, but it's called Circle of Connection, and the subtitle is Trauma to Wellness. And it is a book about getting back to you and kickstarting your healing from past traumas and mental health issues. And I have great hopes for that. And I'm in the publishing stages right now, so I've completed the writing part. Very excited. And I've created a concept of a Circle of Connection community around that book and around other aspects of wellness, the physical and the mental health aspects. And it will incorporate people who want to improve their mental health and their physical health, but also it will incorporate business people who can provide those services. So I want to bring everybody together in that community. Very excited to launch that in 2026. And as part of all of that, I've been showcased on masterminds and panels throughout the year on different people's platforms, and I'm really appreciative of that, to be able to get myself out there and what I do, because otherwise without that I wouldn't be able to. So on top of all of that, I found time to play music, to develop my skills as a musician, a singer, and playing various instruments, because that's my sanity, and that's one of my non-negotiables. So that's me, and they're my achievements, and I'm quite proud of that. Thank you very much for listening. Have a great day.
Hi, I'm Carol, and I am a wellness and longevity mentor. And I help people to be of the very best health they can have. This year, I started an Ageless Vitality with Carol in Facebook, and I help educate people there. And we're currently working on blood sugar. I'm also making an ebook right now on the same subject to help people. I think most people have no idea what high blood sugar is doing. As long as they're not a diabetic, they don't worry about it. Well, they need to. Anyway, I also am very active with 2 nonprofit organizations. And we, in the local chapter here, we sent 4 women scholarships. It's called PEO, or Philanthropic Education Organization. We have grants, loans, and scholarships for girls. And we have our own college, and it's quite exciting. I'm also work with the Dowsing Association, the National Dowsing Association. I've been president of their group for 40 years. And this year, I started a group online every month. It's for light workers who are concerned about all the changes that are going on this year with the earth, the fires and the floods and the earthquakes and all the storms. And so we meet every month, and I'd love to have you join me if you want. It's been an exciting, fun year, and I am an older person, and I want you to live healthy, and you can't be wealthy if you're not healthy. So it's nice to know all of you in this space.
Hi, my name is Ferna Majewicz, and I am an ambassador with the Shaklee Corporation. So 2025 was a very interesting year. It was challenging and at the same time very exciting. At the end of 2024, each year I select a word that is going to represent my actions or support my actions in the next year. So for 2025, that word was belief. So saying that, it was a challenging year. But in order to work on my beliefs, I finally admitted that I really needed some help. And I was so fortunate to be introduced to some remarkable people through the Go Brunch Keystone Network. And so what I have now, I have been able to have people help me with my finances. Someone's helping with my mindset, and another person's helping me with my, tech goals. And all of those are absolutely remarkable. So the progress that I've made over let's say the last few months has been remarkable. And I am working on my word for 2026, but I think I've determined on the word consistency or consistent. So I'm looking forward to the new year, to keeping on growing and, just becoming a very better version than myself. So Happy New Year to everyone, and have a remarkable 2026.